Justin! Look at this mess! Did you do this? You're gonna get punished. Time to play walking simulators.
Why are you texting? Skeletor says no! Light the menorah and hit him with it. Is there not 7 lightsabers on the Jewish and the Jedi menorah? Is there not Christmas in hell? There is no Lord but Jehovah.
That's actually...
You okay? What? What?
The idea of Christmas in hell. Is there a Christmas in hell? Nice room, not?
Is there not Christmas in hell? You swine!
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it, and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
This place makes me sad.
Feel free to skip
Oh,
over
it's
any of
next
these
year
notes if
from
they're
Mama,
not
right?
doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played. But it's ironic, isn't it, that in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Wait, what?
What's it say? Read!
Cabbage shapes our nation. What is that painting? It doesn't matter if you ever get over there. Hey, don't talk about me that way. Very good game.
No, the phone is evil! The phone is more evil than Skeletor! Skeletor does not appreciate this stream!
Oh, you be fine.
That thing that Princess Lemongrad says. I forgot the word! Unacceptable!
7 weeks dungeon.
I remember now. God, that hurts my voice. Do not scream as Lemongrad, right? Oh God. I made a mistake. It's cringy. Unacceptable! So it's the new year in the next time zone. And I can't remember the words.
East Coast.
No, Michigan. Midwest Detroit time?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again.
East Coast
And here,
Chicago
I'll
time
tell
is
you what
still
I think
11.
the puzzle means.
No.
Each of these
Detroit
games represents an
and Chicago are
idea
different
that was
times.
on Coda's mind
Times.
at the time that he was making it.
Chicago's like right by
And
the
the
line.
puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Sit in the blackness. Let it touch your genitals. Evil! I can see your face when you look at your cell phone. A thousand monkeys!
How do you leave notes?
How do you leave notes? What am I doing?
Type no worries.
No worries! Can I just type Hakuna Matata?
Yeah, that works.
How do you spell that?
Figure it out. You have the internet, right?
Do you have voice to text? I don't think you do. On. Akuta Matata.
Such a wonderful phrase.
Oh, there's an H in the beginning.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
So you're talking to you. They don't have a name in your phone.
That's Dominique's new phone.
You said her name on the internet. Now she hates you forever.
They don't know who Dominique is.
You're evil.
Plus, Dominique could be a fake name.
My scrotum's a fake name. It's Jesse. Jesse the scrotum.
Jesse James or Jesse from Team Rocket?
I feel like those are the same thing.
No, one blast.
Jesse and James. And Jesse James. I think it's the same. It's an homage. It's an homage to being completely sober and also useless. That's the title of my biography. My autobiography. Modern art from the public domain. Worst things in the Star Wars. This picture.
Asian art or Asian influenced or?
I don't know. It looks like balls. Balls named Jesse James. Named after the puppy.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yes! Descend! Right into my hand, He-Man!
See, like, this is it.
It was well in the
Nothing that's
end!
particularly interesting.
No!
You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
You guys put a huge picture of a horse. That's not a horse! Well, it has 4 legs, I guess.
Listen to the selective beats.
Tables were invented in 1935. Ooh, this is kind of trippy.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
I don't know. I think it kind of does communicate.
So, okay, he throws it out.
It doesn't matter what you want. You're
This
gonna
time
get
he
what's
comes at the
popular.
prison idea from a different
And
direction.
everyone else is gonna have it.
Hello, please walk forward. No, I'm gonna walk backwards. No. First click on this table. Interesting. Return to my prison.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Which is
Let me
my
just
favorite.
link you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.